Making someone happy. Why should a splendid engine like me must work at the harbor on your branch line, taking messy coal trucks instead of coaches? Percy or Toby should do it. I'm too important. Thomas was cross. James, why don't you think about something or someone else for a change? You'll be surprised at how much better you feel if you do. Oh, please. Being important is the only thing for me to think about. Thomas left angrily in a cloud of steam. Can you believe it, Daisy? How rude Thomas is. He does have a point. Oh, please, Daisy, you're no help. High above, a biplane zoomed overhead with a banner tailing from behind. That plane's making a great deal of noise, said Percy to Toby. His name's Tiger Moth, and it's flying around telling everyone about the fair that's arriving today. What are you two doing here? Asked Thomas. The Fat Control want us to pick up a very special load from the harbor, and I think it's got something to do with the fair, added Percy. Then they puffed away. Meanwhile, Jane was collecting coal trucks from the yards at Farquhar. Dustier and dustier, he grumbled. Then he saw an elderly lady guarding out for Bertie. Who is she? Asked James to Bertie. That's Mrs. Kindley. But she looks miserable. What's the matter? Asked James's driver. My sister has rung to tell me she can't come to stay with me. I was so looking forward to her visit. The Fat Controller soon heard the sad news. We must cheer her up. Send Howard the helicopter to pick her up immediately. A few minutes later, there was a surprise for Mrs. Kindley. All present and correct? Called Harold. I'm here on a flying visit. Hurry aboard, Mrs. Kindley, and fly the skies with me. Compliments of the Fat Controller. Oh, how lovely! Harold's made my paint dustier than ever, muttered Jane. But he was happy for Mrs. Kindley. She was soon flying high with Harold. I have never seen the island like this before. It's wonderful. Meanwhile, Percy and Toby arrived at the harbor. A lorry arrived with a large crate. The workmen unloaded the crate, and inside were wooden horses, Percy exclaimed, for the carousel ride. It's going to be a very exciting fair. It is indeed, whistled James. The Fat Control has ordered me to stop pulling coal trucks and go to the station instead. Something to do with Mrs. Kindley. Goodbye. Well, what you think of that? Cried Percy. Mrs. Kindley and Harold landed where the Fat Controller and James were waiting for them. Now this is your very special treat. James will take you on a mystery ride and I shall meet you at your destination. James took Mrs. Kindley along her favorite coastal route to Titmouth Bay. When he arrived there, it was dark. A big surprise awaited Mrs. Kindley. Oh, she cried, you brought me to the fairground, how lovely. Best of all, the Fat Controller invited her to make the announcement. I declare this fairground open. The sign stores lit up and Mrs. Kindley had the first ride on the carousel. You were quite right, Thomas, James whispered. Making someone happy does cheer you up. Then together they watched the fun of the fair.